These two grown men had never seen The Simpsons. How the fuck's that even happen? Two grown men on a mission now, so buckle up and just strap in.
I think I finally had enough. I think I maybe think too much. I think this might be it for us. Blow me one last kiss. You think I'm just too serious. I think
These two grown men had never seen The Simpsons. It's America's barley basket.
Welcome to episode 106 of America's Barley Basket. My name is Nathan Fulsabuck. Sitting next to me, physically, is Marlon Wells.
Hello, Nathan.
Hello, Marlon.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Sitting by the AC. I got my short pants on.
Yeah.
Feeling the wind tickle my legs.
Yep,
Got my little shorty socks on, shorty shorts on.
You got short pants and your legs kicked up. It's,
erotic?
Sure.
Yeah. To some.
To some, yeah.
There's always,
I ain't going to yuck anybody's yum.
You need
Let it be known, though, I'm seeing your yucks and your yums. I'm really on display.
I wore underpants under these shorts. You consider yourself
thank you.
You're lucky it wasn't laundry day. Daniel Booning it over here.
Rolling a nut out of each side of the shorts.
God.
Just splitting the bag.
Yeah, it was fucking hanger. You could tell the drought's affecting the walnut crop. They do not look good.
Oh, don't call it the walnut crop.
The bounty is in.
Oh, God. Phew. Yikes.
I can't tell how many nuts are in there. Too many?
Too many? Not enough?
Yeah. One big mal-shapen one?
Yish.
3 little guys?
3 little guys. Oh, shit. If it sounds a little different, we are coming at you live from a La Quinta hotel room in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Who says podcasting doesn't pay off financially?
Right? Look at that.
This is it.
La Quinta, baby.
I'd like to thank La Quinta for sponsoring this room.
They did not.
Fuck. No. God damn it. All those handwritten letters I sent to all the hotel chains.
Yep. They're sponsoring it in the sense that we're doing it in their room.
Yeah, they haven't kicked us out yet. They could.
Not yet. We just started.
They've heard us sing. Someone heard us sing. I heard the worried, quick footsteps of a maid run away.
Yep. Some big pink fan who's real offended. Which, fair.
These boys make a mockery.
I hope that in the final recording I can produce it out, but if you hear an air conditioner in the background, I'm sorry, but we're not going to turn it off.
We're boys of comfort. We're not going to apologize for it.
It is 98 degrees in
like the
Minneapolis
band
today, and we're ready to die. We are fully lashade out.
We're hot boys, but we're not hot boys.
Mm-hmm. We're hot boys with a Z.
Yeah. HAWT.
Yep, there we go.
We
hot boys.
Hot boys don't need to be hot boys if you get our drift.
No, and we are hot boys.
Super sweaty. Damp. Moist boys. Holy moist boys. That's gotta.
Okay.
Am I into it or am I on or am I off? I can't tell.
Don't go to a chat room named
that.
that.
Holy shit. Yeah. You don't need that on your browser history.
Don't type that into the internet and just see what the universe swings back to you. Oh, shit. I got to see your brand new house. That was nice.
The luxury.
You got to visit Nathan's house in Minneapolis. Really drank it all in.
Multiple bathrooms with flushing toilets.
No, now you're just bragging. I was like giving you some credit.
Yeah, trying to be humble, but yeah.
Yeah, now here you come like an asshole.
Washer and dryer.
Oh, my God.
The centipedes have to be allowed in. They just can't make their way in and out through various crevasses.
Ladies, lick your lips.
Yeah. If you were into centipedes, that can be arranged. I've made many friends in the centipede industry.
Oh, my God. But congrats. Good work.
Well, thank you.
Homeowner Nathan.
I did have one centipede come in a box along for the journey.
Stowaway?
Yeah. It's like, oh, man.
Did you keep him? Name him?
It crossed my mind.
Ricardo.
It was gross.
Oh.
I I just still can't make myself stomach centipedes. They are a sick animal. Shouldn't be.
Turn them loose or throw them down the garbage disposal.
It got a delightful finger flick off a 3rd-story window.
Oh,
I think a centipede will survive that.
Oh, yeah, totally.
They're weird. Bugs are weird.
Yep. He's fine.
There's probably some science that explains why a bug can handle a fall like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Terminal velocity.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
is they're too small to reach it?
Yeah, like if you throw an ant out of a helicopter, they'll land just fine.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
God, that's
something
weird.
about they just can't get going fast enough to kill them because of wind resistance or something. I don't know. But terminal velocity is what that.
Even like a cat can survive a crazy fall.
A stupid long fall.
Yeah. Cats are just weird too.
Cats are great and weird. Yes, cats are a fucking weird animal.
Yeah.
Domesticated themselves.
That's nuts.
Yep.
What a choice.
Just fucking rolled up to the pyramids.
Hey, can I chill here?
Yo, I'm gonna live here now, right?
Is it cool? I'll eat vermin. You guys not into that? I guess I can go somewhere else. Boy, I bet the first time a cat showed up and killed the army of rats that followed your every movement was a pretty fucking sweet day.
No wonder they painted them on the pyramids.
No shit.
You know?
Think of that. Yeah, like just being surrounded by mice.
No wonder they made the Sphinx. Like that's just a cat with a guy's face.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, what a weird. They got a little too into cats, if you ask me, in Egypt.
No such thing.
Yeah, a little.
Well, even I can't stand by that.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're a homeowner now. I also had a big shift in my life. I didn't tell you this ahead of time because I wanted to get your genuine cold reaction on the pod.
Ooh.
On my way down here today, or yesterday this was, I stopped at a gas station, as I'm wont to do, and I wanted a donut, as I am wont to want, and got an apple fritter instead, and I gotta say, pretty fucking good.
Oh, man.
I think maybe I'm an apple fritter guy.
Oh, fritter boy?
I might be I might be a frit
You're gonna
bitch. I don't know.
You have to get a different jacket.
You gotta get a haircut.
Oh man, yeah, I get it. I could see the appeal. I'm more of I'm a classic Long John boy or a donut boy. Did you stop at that gas station / truck stop that is known for its bakery with the vulgar sized baked goods?
No, I don't know this truck stop.
I was just turned on to it. We're gonna get into the weeds on I-94 gas stations. It's at the Clearwater Annandale stop.
Okay, I'll check it out on my home.
It's a very good. I think people get too excited about it. They're good donuts, but like a legit Long John's the size of your arm.
Okay.
It's like, I don't need that much.
Yeah.
Because what I want is I want to try a little maple and a little choco. I don't need to have, I can't have 2 Long Johns equal 3.5 meals. It's nuts, dude. I couldn't believe it. It's like, what? I don't want the family serving. No, that's all we got, bro.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, like a donut the size of a salad plate. Like I'm not even joking. It's like, I mean, and they're good, but it's like, and the thing is, the price is the price of what you'd pay for a normal size. So it's like, it's a deal.
Wow.
But it just gets to be too much dough, bro. Too much.
It's a lot of dough,
it's
bro.
a lot of dough. Like,
oof, yeah.
But I legit ate it like a fucking blues harmonica. I just ate the top of it, just like corn on the cob and a Long John.
Poppering this fucking donut.
So I left like a dough canoe. Can I sell this back to you? No, man, we don't want that.
Get this crusty part out of here, you slut.
You prorate the rest of this Long John for a future pastry purchase. Telling that to a 16-year-old girl working the counter.
Can I get this donut crust back in store credit for next time? You put this on a gift card.
I'm gonna have to talk to my manager. You see her calmly go outside, get in her car, and leave.
Just drives away, throws her uniform out the window on the way.
I think she's applying at that other gas station.
Fuck this! I don't need this shit.
Yeah.
We lost another one to Holiday because somebody wanted to prorate their donut crust. I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, I got a apple fritter at a Holiday in Alexandria.
There we go. Living dangerously. Bold choice.
Yeah, yep. an apple fritter and a Diet Mountain Dew. I was really partying on the way down here.
Did you like bite a hole into the apple fritter and pour the dew inside and let the dough soak it up?
Oh, I should have. Yep. Fuck. This is why I can't be left alone in a holiday. I don't think of these kind of things.
Like an Everclear watermelon, but it's a Diet Mountain Dew apple fritter.
Oh, God, I bet that's horrible.
Oh, it sounds like the worst thing ever.
Hey, this apple fritter is pretty good. What if it was sopping wet and tasted like Diet Dew?
Oh, my God. I've never been eating something and wishing it had more Diet Mountain Dew flavor.
Or that it was wetter, usually. Usually I'm not in the game for wet when it comes to my pastries. Or most foods.
Turkey breast. Sometimes I'm like, this could use some wet.
Yeah, turkey breast will get pretty fucking dry on you.
Give you some gravy.
That's why you just don't eat turkey. You just eat ham or roast beef, the superior deli meat.
You get that dark meat. Dig
roast
in.
beef?
Yeah. No, I mean with I like a turkey leg as opposed, but you know the turkey cold cuts, they're so pumped full of salt water that they're always moist,
sawdust,
whatever else they can shove down a turkey's gullet to add a few more lbs. They're getting rid of frosting at the bakery. I'm gonna feed it to these turkeys. Pure buttercream frosting right down their throats.
Oh God!
I don't think their digestive systems are not. Clearly, they're not.
I don't think they're evolved to eat processed sugar like that.
Oh, fucking watching some fucking farmhand force feeding airheads to a turkey. It's good. Eat it.
You stupid bird.
It's good. I wish I had airheads. They count them. They got to feed them all the birds.
I wanted the white ones. They made me save them for you, you dumb bird. There are no turkeys. It's just a lunatic in his yard. You know who's never force-fed sweets to turkeys, as far as I know?
Man, that might be a later season thing.
Okay, it's The Simpsons. I don't feel good about it every time. Like, I feel like, oh, let's make this a thing. We can make this a bit. But I think maybe it's just your bit. Because it doesn't feel good.
Oh, does it feel good coming off the tongue?
I don't like it. Yeah. I'm like, it's one of those things where, like, you started doing a thing, and then I was like, ours? And now I'm like, no.
Maybe you just got to get there. We all mature at our own rates.
I feel like I've done it enough times in a row now to where if it fit, it would have fit by now.
Yeah. I'm saying the same thing about these basketball shorts. Yet I still persist.
Harvest the walnuts. Fucking harvester of sorrow.
It's like sewing across the ass of these shorts.
We are in season 24 of The Simpsons, kicking off this week with episode 14, Gorgeous Grandpa. And felt like we had a pretty custom-made episode for us. Weird we haven't gotten more episodes dealing with wrestling.
Yeah, I think we maybe had one.
I think so. That seems right. We're at the Simpson household. Homer is flipping through reality television shows. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, and
I paused on every one. I was a little let down by the names of the reality episodes.
Yep, I did the same thing.
Shows.
I mean, a few good chuckles, but no real bangers.
I feel like they were all just mid-level. They were all just like, okay. The one that I thought was worthy writing down, Wheelchair Thieves of Beverly Hills. That's pretty fun.
The timing of this is right. This was really peak basic cable reality TV.
Yeah, like
your Storage Wars, your like...
It was employment porn. Look at these guys' job.
Yeah, swamp rascals.
People.
Ice Road Truckers.
The gold miners one.
Yeah, the fishing one.
Yeah.
Deadliest Catch. You're right. It's like, here's a job.
Yeah, it's job porn.
Yeah, what a weird... Some of that don't fuck. I can sit and watch fucking Storage Wars for 4 hours.
I've never watched Storage Wars.
It's dumb as fuck.
I definitely have seen a lot of episodes of Deadliest Catch.
Money owns this town, if you listen to the song.
Oh, does it?
There's no one that's proof that like capitalism is failing, that a bunch of parasites at a goddamn storage war auction.
Yeah, it's that show feels, having never watched it, just judging it by its cover from the outside, that show feels dark. Like, that's somebody's memories you're rifling through.
And it's one of those ones that they can't even hide how staged it is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look, there's 5 barrels of dirty diapers and a Picasso.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Very slim, I'd wager.
Holy shit, a dumpster full of baby clothes and a fucking Ming Dynasty vase. You know, like, no.
Fuck you. Homer is definitely into storage battles, which is their Storage Wars show on here. He fucking locks in, watches it for like several days all in a row. We get disheveled, bearded Homer. I like Homer's overgrown little goatee. I'm a big fan of that. And now the family, they're locker buyers. They're getting in on storage locker buying at this auction. They buy one for $1,000 after putting on their sweet Bret Hart sunglasses. They outbid everybody. I love that there's a small joke where Homer buys it and then turns to the camera and fans out his money. And then it cuts to the family looking at him and there's no camera there or anything. He's just mugging to nothing.
So ridiculous.
Like a lunatic. They start opening up stuff. They find feather boas and perfume and beefcake magazines.
That's a good term.
Yep, I was a big fan of that.
I paused on all the titles of the magazines. There's some good ones, but
I like thighs.
Yep,
Like
Thrust.
Yep, Thrust is a good one. And this stuff all belongs to Abe Simpson. And of course, the family cuts right to it. They assume, oh, Grandpa is secretly gay and always has been. We go to the old folks' home. I like they make a couple of jokes about like Marge being like too eager to accept Grandpa as a gay relative because it's like Bart calls her out like, are you just doing this because it's cool to accept a gay relative? What's going on?
And doesn't Mrs. Lovejoy have like a trans cousin or something?
Yeah.
Marge wants to compete with her.
Yeah. What a thing to compete about.
Right?
We go to Abe's room. He's building a tank in a bottle. I liked that. Instead of a ship, it's just a fucking Panzer. He tosses him out. He's not having any of this talk. I don't think they even have broken to it yet that they think he's gay. I think that comes later. But he tosses him out. Marge makes him a gay casual encounter ad on Craigslist. R.I.P. casual encounters on Craigslist. Pour one out for a real one. So we get them they're in the bushes at the park, peeking in on Grandpa to see how their setup goes. And it's Smithers, of course.
Three guesses who's going to pop in for that.
Yep. That's when Mr. Burns shows up. And, Smithers, fancy seeing you here, as Smithers runs away. I like that it's implied Smithers answered this ad because he is into wrinkly old men, but the real target of his affection is not available, which I thought was a fun peek into Smithers. We get, that's when the family comes running out and they're like, Grandpa, it's okay to be gay. And he's like, what? You know?
We get a good Grandpa, like, what in the tarnation type.
Yeah.
Like, dip.
And they're like, but we found this, and puts the wig on him. It's just a straight up like Ric Flair wig.
Ric Flair's hair.
And Burns immediately recognizes him as Glamorous Godfrey.
A play clearly off of Gorgeous George.
Yeah, it's Gorgeous George. One of the original wrestling heels of the 50s.
Yep. Kind of like they really caught on to TV right away with wrestling. Like early TV wrestling was huge.
Yeah. Right after World War II, it got big real quick. Grandpa was essentially Gorgeous George. That was his shtick as a heel. I'm better looking than you.
Had like 2 henchmen that would like throw rose petals and hold a mirror for him to look in.
Just pompous. I'm so pretty. Still an effective wrestling heel tactic today. So we get some good old black and white footage of Abe and doing his thing, being a pretty good fucking wrestling heel.
Very heavy on the cheating. He was
Big time.
he would seconds into a match there would be cheating.
One of the matches we see, he locks the guy in the fridge.
Yeah, he gets him in the fridge and puts a chair under the handle of the fridge, which I got a kick out of.
You can't do that.
Yeah, which also old-timey fridges, if someone's in there, they're in there. That's why they were a death trap. That's why they outlawed them.
Yeah.
If that door latches, case closed. You don't have to worry about that chair.
Yeah.
That's that man's tomb.
And it's lead lined and sealed tight. Like that's how Indiana Jones survived that nuclear explosion in Indy 4.
Oh, I've never seen.
Don't.
I've been told not to.
And of course, what do we learn? Glamorous Godfrey was Burns's hero in his youth. We get some looks into Burns's youth in this batch of episodes. So he was a big fan of Glamorous Godfrey, and Abe happy to hear that, obviously, and Bart super into Abe being this fucking bad guy wrestling heel. Those three all go out to dinner, Burns, Abe, and Bart, and Burns does a very elaborate musical number about the joys of being bad, the high of being low, I believe it's called.
You're right. Because Abe is reticent to come back to this because he learned to hate being hated because it was following him outside of the ring, which was a thing that happened in wrestling a lot those days. Yeah,
they show like people throwing popcorn at him at a movie theater and stuff, you know, like he became the character, or he didn't, but people treated him like the character. Yeah. It's kind of like how you hear that the kid that played Joffrey on Game of Thrones, like it doesn't act anymore because he hated being off screen and how people reacted to him because he's horrible on the show. How old of a person would he be now? Oh, he's a kid. He was a kid on the show.
Oh, yeah. So is he even 20 yet, you think?
Maybe. Would probably be by this point, yeah. Because that show was on longer ago than I think it was.
Yeah, good point.
He's probably between 20 and 25 now.
Huh.
But if I'm not mistaken, like just straight up hung it up. Like, nope.
Well, that's wild.
Played the most hated character on television for several years.
What a thing to do in your adolescence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we get this great musical number, and then Abe's like, "Yep," and we're having a return match.
Yeah.
With Glamorous Godfrey and a bunch of other old timers from Abe's day. And I like that it's all old people. The crowd, all old people. Burns super into it. It's fun to see Burns being excited and giddy about something.
Very giddy is the right word. Yep.
He's loving this. Bart also loves it, of course. And then Bart learns all the wrong lessons from wrestling and starts applying his fucking heel persona to his baseball game, which is so good.
Yeah.
Him walking out with those sunglasses and the wig and does he have a crown on top of his batting helmet?
Milhouse rolls out a red carpet for him.
Ridiculous. Pretty into it.
I'm trying to think, who's the guy that Grandpa fights? It's Palooka something?
Yeah, I think it's Palooka.
Yeah.
Is the guy's name. Which, if I'm not mistaken, Palooka is like a real life boxer who then they made a bunch of movies about.
Oh, really?
Back in the 50s or 60s. It was a boxer from a comic strip, I think.
Oh, really?
I've
heard the term Palookaville as a city name. It's just kind of like anywhere USA. Like,
yeah. I wonder that's probably all the same.
Yep.
We're probably all talking about the same thing and don't know it. Homer's lecturing Bart about his showboating, all while just crushing boxes of wine. Just like punch a hole in it with a scissor and then just take it to the head
like
and crush up the box.
Yeah, drink it till it sucks up.
Oh, my God.
The hangover.
You get into box wine much?
Nope. I had a couple friends that their drunkest night ever was a box wine.
Oof, yeah, you're not missing anything. Box of wine is it's a dangerous beast.
Yeah, too much wine.
Because it feels like you're not doing anything.
Yeah, too portable.
Juice box.
Yeah, hey, we're having fun.
Take the bag out. Slap it. Yeah. You know.
Oh. Tell that to a guy wearing these shorter shorts. That's not what the maid needs to hear when she's walking by.
Just slap the bag.
Take the bag out. Oh, his bag's out. Now let's slap it. Fumpa, 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 fumpa. That's good bag slapping.
Oh,
We could use a
gross.
lot more towels. She's crouched behind her cart in terror.
You know what? I'll just grab them. So Abe and Bart are going to be tag team partners at another wrestling event. We have a backstage moment where Bart is clearly going too hard, adopting this heel persona. It's becoming his real persona. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Marge begs Abe not to turn Bart into an asshole. You know, like, I don't care if he's a wrestler or whatever, as long as he's still a good person.
Yeah.
And this seems to not be taking him down that road. We get to the ring and Abe turns him babyface in the ring, goes full face turn. They're now Honest Abe and Laddie Liberty.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of how Bart's brought to the ring. It's the prettiest boy in Springfield.
Yep.
And when Grandpa announces the heel turn to Bart, he's still being kind of fussy. He's like, no more preening. Just such a good, and Bart, but I'm so pretty.
Burns, of course, is pissed about this. He's not into it. There's got to be a bad guy in order to get beat up. Well, that's Burns.
Yeah.
So Abe and Bart beat up Mr. Burns, and then we get like a fun montage at the end of them all around the house and having fun. And then the last thing you see, it like zooms in on the treehouse, and Bart has kept the steel chair.
Yeah.
So like it's still in there.
Still, yeah. In case he ever gets the itch, it's waiting for him.
Yeah. Fun episode. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would when
Me
I
too.
realized it was a wrestling episode.
Not a
I was
ton of
like,
laughs.
oh shit, here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But yes, not many laughs in that one.
But-
Liked the subject matter, and we get plenty of Mr. Burns, but
Yeah.
not in a fun way. He's just there a lot.
Yeah, you're right. We don't get a lot of fun Burns.
Yeah, no feeble jokes, nothing like that.
He's like just the propellant that keeps the story moving forward.
Yeah, it is fun to see him excited about something.
True. Yep.
But as a whole, it's fine.
We are now up to episode 15, Black Eyed Please. There's a new substitute teacher named Miss Cantwell who is hired while Miss Hoover is out with severe depression.
Severe.
Yeah, which we get a good gag of Skinner on the chalkboard explaining she will be gone for some time, and we don't not worry, kids. She is now on the lists, whatever drug she's on, which is part of the benzodiazepine family.
I like the very first line we hear in this episode is Skinner going, okay, class, you can stop writing those letters to the troops. That was just busy work.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's going hard right off the beginning.
Yeah, and they quick show one girl in class like with this like big drawing of like come home safe or whatever, and then they're just done.
So they have a new substitute teacher coming into Lisa's class, and on the surface, she looks like someone Lisa would love. She's like a young female teacher who drives like a small compact car with a Vassar sticker in the back window.
Is that a college, I assume?
Yeah, like a women's college on the East Coast, and has her own like solar system diorama, which that just Lisa's smitten for shit like that.
Which doesn't have Pluto in it. I like that Lisa thinks that's progressive.
But now Pluto's back, right?
Is Pluto a planet again? I think
after the
so
last
too.
couple years, yeah. So Lisa's real excited about this, but for some reason, this teacher hates Lisa.
Not a fan.
Like, hates isn't even a strong word. She despises Lisa from the get-go.
Yep.
Gives Lisa a B on a paper she clearly should have got an A for. Lisa kind of politely asks why. She gets all of her Joeys taken away. That's what they do. Everyone has a kangaroo, and if you're a good kid, you get a Joey. And she took all of Lisa's Joeys.
Yeah.
I think Lisa, just make sure they stay together.
Do you have any teachers that did this kind of thing? This merits, visual representation of merit?
I remember getting stars on a thing.
Yeah,
gold
I feel like
stars.
that was definitely a thing where I came from too.
Yeah, and the teacher was just an easy mark that what we would do is we would go demolish the bathroom and then just dab some paper towels around. Like, hey, Mrs. Hagen, we cleaned the bathroom. And, oh, you kids are good. Everyone gets gum.
Christ.
I ate 45 pounds of double bubble gum that school year. My teeth are still shocked. Like, I've not recovered from it.
Still paying for it.
Yeah, so much double bubble. God, that was a good time.
Double bubble, not a good gum.
Really? God, in my head, it's so good.
Wait, maybe I'm mistaking it. Isn't that the little barrel shape?
Barrel ones, yep.
Yeah, no.
Isn't it?
That's parade bubble gum.
Yeah,
Ain't
totally
nobody
is.
want parade bubble gum.
It is totally parade bubble gum. Real chalk. You got to chew it a bit to get it.
It's hard. There's like a shell on it, and there shouldn't be.
It's meant for children's teeth. It's meant for strong, durable, still forming children's teeth.
Miss Cantwell, by the way, played by Tina Fey.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. I had to look it up, but it's a good role for her.
Like, she's so mean to Lisa. I had like a reaction to it. It's like, don't be so mean, lady. Lisa's nice.
We like Lisa. What's your problem? She does shut her down right away, though, being like, I'll let you know if I have any apples that need polishing.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, going real hard.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Homer goes over to Flanders's, kind of like, it's like a cup of sugar and then coffee. It basically just wants breakfast.
Yeah.
Marge apparently isn't around to make breakfast. He goes over and sees that Flanders' hippie folks are there.
Yeah.
Which we've seen them twice now fairly recently.
Yeah, fairly recently.
The wedding.
And and now we've seen them old.
Yep.
Like I was thrown off because we usually see them young.
And they hit it off with Homer almost immediately. I think they like, because Homer busts Ned's balls and they're into that.
Yeah, because they also don't like Ned.
Yeah, and that becomes a thing. It's just Homer freeloading at his house, hanging out with his parents, and making fun of Ned to the point Ned reaches a breaking point. He ends up punching Homer in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Which, long time coming.
Good for you, Ned.
Yeah. And
we did also get another origin of the meme when Ned leaves to go power walking and he looks in the window and sees that they're still busting his balls. And he puts up the Christ is watching paper up against the window. Like I wrote down the meme.
Yeah, that has went on to have its own life on the internet. You're totally right. But, Ned is the most pure-hearted man alive, so he's just eaten up by all of this. And it's going to kind of like racking his brain to try to figure out how to let Homer, like, I don't know, how can they even this,
Right.
Like, yeah. And his thinking is he decides Homer needs to punch him. So he shows up at the power plant. And Homer's hanging out. We get a good Homer pretending to be working. He has just like googly eyes on top of his sleeping eyes. Apparently that's enough to fucking... Eagle Eye Burns. Oh, there's another great employee of mine hard at work. And Ned goes in and a bunch of scientists kind of follow because they know there's going to be something's going to go down, and he's begging Homer to punch him. And Homer is so fucking obnoxious and dumb that while waiting to get punched, Ned's rage gets the best of him and he punches fucking Homer again. That's a great bit of writing.
Yeah, that was fun.
So now Homer's got two big black eyes. He's got sunglasses, and now Ned has a rep. He's like a loose cannon. Like, people are afraid of Ned. I think he's a crossing guard. No one wants to cross.
Yep.
And after all this, Homer goes to the Flanders household, knocks on the door. Ned is obviously very contrite and he's very sad. Wants to make, and he's like, okay, what do you have in mind? And Homer's like, I want you to do something for me. I need your wife. He's like, what? And it was like, I need your wife's expertise on how we can stop this teacher, because it's a baffling thing if your bully is a teacher.
Yeah.
Where do you go? Because they went to the school, made it worse, as it always does.
Never tattle on a bully, Skinner says.
Yep. God, Skinner's the worst principal.
He's awful. He's just dog shit.
Yeah. So Edna, as you know, Edna's seen some wars, and she's like, I think I got a way to solve this problem. And it just cut to the classroom, and it's there's been a very rare 2-grade pushback on this student right here. I think just Bart, fucking Hannibal Lecter, like just fucking calmly walking into that classroom. And Mrs. Cantwell, leaves for like a moment. I don't know what she had to leave for. She comes back and Bart has a fucking lawn tractor. Ralphie's wrapped up in a rug or a map or something like that. The classroom is pure fucking chaos.
Yep, the ant farm aquarium's destroyed. Yeah. Shit is on fire.
Yeah, there's a fire burning. Yep. She just, nope, she's done. Like, she just goes back to her little car, packs up her shit. Meanwhile, Chalmers and Skinner are just there. Like, we don't care about anything you do about the bullying. We're just happy you show up before the students.
Yeah. What a thing. Yeah. What a low bar for a teacher.
And what does she say as she leaves? You are the two worst dressed gay men I've ever met. Oh, and then Lisa, can't handle that this woman's leaving without getting any answers. So she like jumps on the hood of the car. Like, I need to know, why did you hate me so much? It finally gets it out of her. She sees Lisa as like a pretty popular girl, like with her pearls and the blonde hair. And like, I was a bookworm. And I hated girls like you because you get everything handed to you.
Yeah.
Which Lisa is just over the moon.
She loves it.
Like, you think I'm pretty? So that was I didn't see that little turnaround happening there. So the awful teacher's gone, and Ned and Homer, Ned did what Homer asked, so they're on even terms again. Cut to them partying in the backyard. Well, no, not partying, just kind of having like a cookout, I think. Yeah. And I think Grandpa Ned slipped a little fucking jazz cabbage into the so it's just it's fucking dosing. You shouldn't do that.
Shouldn't dose people without them knowing it.
It's Homer and Ned praying, except Homer doesn't even realize what they're doing, and then he freaks out. And that's pretty much it.
It's a fun one. I like that one. Some good Skinner and Chalmers premise. In there. Yeah.
And I like Edna. I like any Edna appearance.
I like that the A and the B converge at the end. Yeah. I like when that happens in this show. It doesn't always. Sometimes the A and B stay separate. Sometimes they come together.
There's a good line too where it's like when Homer goes to Flanders' house and talks to him, and he calls Edna. And he's like, and remember they said there's nothing off limits with what we could do together. Like, well, I need you to do something. It's like, work with Bart. I need you to work with Homer.
I love, there's a moment where Lisa comes running to her mom to like tell her about the bully teacher. And she's all freaking out. And Marge goes, "What's the matter? Is a book character having difficulties?"
That is good.
Just real sassy with her. That... When Ned is thrashing Can't Fall Asleep because he feels bad for hitting Homer, and when he's like, "Well, I don't know if I should take another sleep aid," and he sits up on the edge of the bed, his sleep aid is graham crackers and milk.
So good.
It's like, I better not take a full dose, and like perforates until he has just a little chunk of fucking graham cracker.
It's the last time you ate a graham cracker.
Fuck.
Man.
It's been ages.
Ever purchased them?
Yeah.
I think I have for s'mores about a decade ago.
I for sure probably college age was like, oh, box of graham crackers.
They're good.
Yeah, they're fucking good.
Man, I never even think of them as an option. Where are they at in the grocery store? They buy the Ritzes? They hiding over there somewhere?
I think they're with the cookies.
Oh, really?
I don't know that for sure. That's my assumption.
God, my grandma used to make a graham cracker type dessert thing where just some kind of creamy, sugary, buttery frosting in between two graham crackers. It's pretty simple stuff.
Okay.
God damn, it was good.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. I'm into that.
All of those things are good.
Yep. Graham crackers are good.
Yeah. Look at us saying things that the rest of the podcast world won't.
Yep. We are the bravest. Yep.
The bravest boys.
I like the cinnamon ones. Yeah. I like the plain ones.
There's other options. I forgot about the cinnamon ones.
I don't remember liking the chocolate ones a ton, but
yeah.
I remember honey grams, the little bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Teddy Grahams, not quite the same, but in that same family.
Oh, maybe that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Teddy Grahams, yes. Boy, I bet you could just pour a box of Teddy Grahams in a bowl and pour milk on them and have cereal.
There was something called TG Bear Witches. They were two bigger Teddy Grahams that are flat with a filling. So basically, it's just like two Teddy Grahams making a cookie sandwich type thing.
Like an EL fudge?
Yep.
Okay.
Except not covered in chocolate, like just the graham cracker outsides with like a chocolate in between the two.
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty into that.
That might have just been some fat guy fan fiction I made, but I'm pretty sure that was for real.
I think that was real.
Holy shit, that's not real.
Not a fevered wet dream I had
Please,
once.
someone Google this. If it's not real, we have to discuss it next episode. Hey, bro, you're making up snacks again. You're not talking to your fat therapist anymore.
Oh, I forgot. That's the thing. I dreamt about these graham cracker sandwich cookies.
In bed, legs churning, dreaming about cookie Sammies.
Wake up super hard. Not really sure why.
Got a stomach ache and a chub.
I'm hungry and horny.
Oh boy, that's also what the maid doesn't want to hear.
I'm gonna get thrown out of this room. I'm in this room for 5 more days. There's no way they let me stay.
She's eating a little complimentary bag of Gardettos. She's hiding them.
Episode 16 is Dark Night Court. It's Easter at the Simpson household. Well, it's Easter everywhere, I guess, not just their house. Easter in Springfield, and everyone's doing their Easter shit. Easter a big thing for your family? Were you guys Easter people?
Yeah, well, my memory of Easter is having to wake up at 5:30 a.m. because our church did a sunrise service.
Oh, lucky you.
Yep, so be us tearing the house apart early on to find our Easter baskets, and then not having time to look for them because we had to get shooed out the door and go to church. And then there was always a ham luncheon, like late lunch, early dinner, you know.
Oh, I love a ham lunch.
Yeah, so sit around and watch basketball or do whatever, play some whist. Like, it wasn't as big of a deal as like Christmas or Thanksgiving, but there'd be people over.
Yeah, I feel like Easter's a B-tier holiday in a lot of families.
I clearly remember being probably 8 or 9 years old, my cousin who went to the same church excitedly showing up with some remnants of his Easter baskets. He got a couple packs of baseball cards. One of those was the Billy Ripken fuckface card. Oh, nice. Which, when you are 8 years old, that's a spicy tamale.
That's a hot ticket item.
Worth like $100. Can't believe this is so cool.
Is it worth probably more than that now?
No, less. Okay. It's funny. There's like 3 different variations of how they fixed it. There's one that has like a little dab of white out, one that just has probably like a black marker, literally just squiggling it out, and one where it's photo edited out. It's one of those edits is the actual most valuable one. It's weird. It's the least of that were made. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, I suppose at that point it's just rarity. Mm-hmm. I get you. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to own that baseball. I should buy one. That would just bring me joy.
Right, not even as a card investment.
Him with that big dopey smile, all proud, bat on his shoulder. One teammate just the fucking penmanship it takes to make fuckface readable on the end of a bat from that distance. Good job. They must have practiced.
Do you think the guy was in on it?
I don't think he was. Maybe he's playing dumb, but I don't think he was. I thought it was a prank.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was a prank on him or a prank on the baseball card company. I wonder if he was in on it.
I'm pretty sure he says he wasn't, but that seems like, oh man, this got a little hotter than we thought it was gonna. I didn't think I'd be getting interviewed about it, like
he's the Shawn Michaels of baseball. Did he know? Yeah. How much did he know? Was Shawn in on it? Yeah. Or did Vince screw Brett? Yeah. Or did Brett screw Brett?
Where talent-wise, he was the Marty Jannetty of baseball. His brother was Shawn Michaels.
To our non-wrestling fan audience, if that exists, if we have one of those, that is a horrifying insult to call someone the Marty Jannetty of anything.
Didn't Marty Jannetty within the last year or so kind of admit to killing somebody?
Yeah, kind of confessed to a murder on Facebook. Yeah. Marty Jannetty, it turns out, is a fucking Looney Tunes.
Just casually mentioned killing someone in the 70s.
Right.
Well, I think it was someone trying to diddle him or something. Or it was like a neighborhood diddler. Yeah. If you kill someone and you're going to panic, you may as well say they're a diddler just to help take the heat off. Yeah.
Because that'll take the heat off.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like
even I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like just now. So we're having Easter in Springfield. There's a pretty solid prank where somebody has stuffed eggs in all the band's horns. Yeah. Oh, the whole horn section, their horns are full of eggs.
Because they're struggling to get that sound out. I also like how we get to see, we get Smithers and Burns. It's nice to see that Burns, when he sees little kids, just pictures them as little organ farms, like organs he'll be able to harvest later in life.
That was a fun visual. The way a starving cartoon character looks at their buddy and they turn into a steak.
Yeah.
This was him looking at that child and just seeing the organs. Yeah. That was fun. So the band finally blows into their horns hard enough that it shoots the eggs out, and it eggs the whole town.
Yeah.
The whole town is egged.
Hell of a prank.
You ever egg anything? I feel like that's a classic prankster thing that I've never done.
I've egged a couple times, but for as much egging that happened in Botno as a kid, I was a pretty egg-free boy. I was a pretty good boy that way. There's a lot of egging. Halloween was all about eggs.
Really?
Yep.
I don't think there was much egging where I came from.
No.
I think because won't that like peel paint?
Oh,
yeah. Like egging is destructive in a way that would have been a step too far for our rankings.
And I was thinking that in your neighborhood, the chickens weren't healthy enough to lay enough eggs that they were more valuable.
We just threw chickens.
Yeah, chicken carcasses. You're just throwing bull skulls.
Yeah, they're all
bovine femurs flying through the air.
Beef ranchers down there. That's what we have extra of. So that's what we're hucking, is throwing cow shit at people.
The few internal organs of a cow you don't eat.
Precious few.
Let's go throw a pancreas in Old Man Jenkins' driveway.
All right, I got the pancreases. Pancreas? I don't know.
Oh, God. How big a cow's pancreas is? Too big.
Too big. That's too much pancreas, bro.
Hard. What's a cow's liver look like? Like a whole liver?
Liver's, it's the same color as ours. Super, like dark red, almost a brown.
Yeah.
It's flat. It's about the size of like a dinner tray. I'm motioning with my hands as if the audience can see. About the size of a laptop.
Okay.
About yay thick, maybe 2 inches.
Oh,
thick.
no shit. That's a beefy boy.
Kind of tapers off to one end.
Yep.
It's, looks like a real sleek cigarette boat.
Well, there we go. If you could picture those hand gestures we're describing what a cow's liver
about
looks
the size of a laptop if it were 2 inches thick and kind of shaped like a cigarette boat.
Like one of those real beefy Panasonic laptops they used to make that were like meant for fucking thrown out of a moving car.
Yeah, the ones the generation
workbook or whatever they're called.
The generation of laptops that our people missed completely back home.
Yeah.
So the townsfolk, as soon as they're all pelted with eggs, immediately turn on Bart. Which, to be fair,
adds up.
Safe assumption.
Yep.
He's Bart. B, he's the only one who wasn't hit by eggs. So they go chasing after him. Burns is kind of caught up in the mob, and Smithers shoves him to safety, pushes him into the comic book shop. And I don't know that we've ever seen Burns in the comic book shop.
It's an interaction unlike we've seen before.
Right. The interaction between comic book guy and Mr. Burns, I don't know has ever happened. It probably has, but once maybe?
Yep.
Were those two in the same room?
Yep. During like a mob scene or something.
Yeah, it's fun to see. I like it. I like that Burns likes comic books. Yep. Or he did. He's like, oh, the comic papers or whatever he calls them. We get that that
pamphlet. Does he refer to them as pamphlets?
Comic pamphlets,
something
maybe?
like that. Yeah.
We get that insane flashback to him as a little boy with his little foppish hair. I love child Burns.
Yeah.
And he's reading his fucking 1930s comic books and Burns' dad, have we ever seen before? I don't know. Kicks in the door and is like, no, son of mine. I'm going to buy that publishing company and burn it to the ground. Hard cut to them standing outside of Wholesome and Sons Publishing Company, which is on fire. And somebody opens an office window and goes, you didn't have to lock us in here, as Burns cries like one single tear. Holy shit, the upbringing of Mr. Burns.
I was shocked by how like working class his dad looked. I figured he would have been a man of some fancy stature.
I thought that too, but can also just buy a publishing company on a whim and destroy it just for the fun of it. Like,
It's a man of means.
Right.
Yeah.
But like rich, but clearly working class.
Yeah.
And it's like, I
Didn't
don't know.
add up.
Yeah. I would like a whole prequel series on Mr. Burns' dad.
Yeah, Little Burns.
Old man Burns.
Young Burns. Yeah.
Young Burns, like young Sheldon.
Yeah.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
Funny that Fox never did that.
Yeah. Although, what year do you even set it in
right?
at this point?
It's so nebulous. He's like a World War I vet at one time.
Yep.
Yeah. Insanity.
So nobody believes that Bart didn't do this. Burns, by the way, buys all of the comics in the comic book shop because, of course, he does. Nobody believes that Bart didn't do this, but he's. I did like that moment of, listen, I would lie to Mom. I would lie to Lisa. I would lie to Dad, but I would never lie to Maggie.
Yeah.
And he picks up Maggie and looks right in her face and goes, I didn't do this.
Yeah.
And Maggie ponders it for a second and then is like,
Yeah.
yep, nods her head. And Lisa's like, you passed the Maggie test.
I like when Maggie, they find a use for her.
Me too. I like Maggie. I've grown to like Maggie more and more as this show's gone on. Not enough to where I want a baby like a psychopath, but Bart ends up invoking his right to youth court.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bart's going to go to youth court. And Abe is going to help Bart because Abe has some experience with Janet Reno, former U.S. Attorney General Janet Reno.
Couldn't have been Janet Reno doing her own.
It absolutely is.
Is it really?
Because I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder who they got to play Janet Reno. Spoiler alert. It's Janet fucking Reno.
Good for Janet Reno.
Yeah, she killed all those people in Waco, and now she's on The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's fun.
Good for her. Burns is going to be Fruit Batman. I don't understand why I don't get why he.
I didn't like that name. I thought that was.
Yeah, and it keeps coming up, and it keeps. I'm like that feels like a placeholder name that you guys just never got around to improving upon.
Exactly.
But he's gonna be Fruit Batman, and Janet Reno is presiding over youth court. I love all of this shit of Burns being Fruit Batman.
Yeah.
Even if I hate the name, God, do I love him being Batman.
Yeah.
Because he's like reading the comics and he's not liking any of them. There's one, I forget the name of the character, but it's clearly Wolverine on the cover. And he's reading it by his fireplace and he hucks it into the fireplace and goes, oh, I can catch the smell of immigrant on these. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Mr. Burns. And then he comes across Batman or Detection Comics.
Yeah.
And, billionaire just like me with possible mental traumas. And that's where he gets the idea he's going to be Batman, but Fruit Batman. And this run of him stopping crimes, when he's up on that roof looking down at Snake robbing Apu at the Quickie Mart and is like, I'm going to go over there and stop that crime. And Smithers runs in beforehand and is just like, I'll give you each $1,000 if you pretend to let him stop this crime.
Make an old man happy.
And he comes fucking like stumbling in. He gets wrapped up in his cape on his way in. And he winds up and just barely paps fucking Snake.
On the chest.
Yeah, on the chest. Punches him on the chest. And Snake goes, ouchers, and drops. I'm like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
We get a lot of good feeble burns in this episode.
Is it a montage of him stopping crimes that Smithers has already prepaid everyone?
Yeah. Or post pays. Like you see him swoop in and stop crime, but then like everyone takes off their costumes and it's like Krusty and Sideshow Mel.
Yeah,
and
a lot of them are
Chimp.
set up crimes.
Yeah. So, but he thinks he's doing well.
Yeah.
Back at the trial, it's going well for Bart. Super well for Bart, because Bart has all his bases covered here. Lisa is playing his fucking lawyer, and then she like hot dogs a little, and now Bart's open to character testimonies. She opened that door by getting greedy and getting fucking, getting too big for it.
Yep. And my favorite thing, Coming up soon is the Mo storyline.
The Mo testimony.
It's funny to think.
The testimony.
Hey-o. We're doing it.
Taking these pants off.
Just seeing how emotionally devastated Mo is by the years of prank phone calls.
He has full on like PTSD. Yeah. He can barely get his testimony out. He's crying.
Mike Roch.
So I said, has anyone seen Mike Crotch?
Oh, that was good.
Oh my God, so funny. Lisa goes to Mr. Burns for help, but he turns her away, and that's when Smithers jumps in and is like, listen, that's the one person you might have been able to help. And Burns is like, what do you mean? And Smithers fesses up that these have all been fake crimes.
Yeah.
We get a shot of the Burns bat signal up in the sky, and Arnie Pie, the eye in the sky helicopter, goes flying into it.
Poor
and
Arnie.
Is blinded and crashes. What is this? Oh, shit. There's a lot of good gags in this episode.
Yeah.
Lisa goes downstairs where Marge is doing the whole town's laundry.
Yeah.
She volunteered because everyone thinks Bart did this and they got to get the egg off the clothes. And that's when she finds Willie's kilt, which looks like the egg has been splatted against it with a hand and therefore it wasn't shot. So Willie must be up to something. And she goes, confronts Willie. Willie is an old Presbyterian, an old believer, Scottish Presbyterian. So he doesn't believe in like the new Christian holidays.
Yeah.
Especially Easter, because it's named after a pagan thing.
Yeah.
Oh, this weird look into Christian fundamentalism, Willie. And he goes taking off on his tractor, but Burns is here as Fruit Batman. And he like slinks the movements on Mr. Burns during this sequence when he's trying to take down Willie, and he just keeps like sliding around him real fast. Willie's like, it's like trying to fight a silk scarf. Holy shit. And then maybe my favorite of the Batman bits in this, when he's on the tractor and he reaches down to his utility belt and pops open one of the capsules and it's just money. And he stuffs the money into the exhaust pipe, into the smokestack of the tractor to make it stop, and takes down Willie. Holy shit, that's good. So Willie admits to everything in Janet Reno's youth court, and Bart is free, and we get this fucking insane scene at Moe's where Moe's like, the phone rings and he reaches to pick it up but hesitates and picks it up, and he's just like, acquitted. Oh, my nightmare's not over. And he hangs up the phone and it immediately starts ringing again, and he's just like crying,
sobbing
in this dark bar.
Very good.
Oh shit, that was funny. And then we get like a fun on the way out, like the assembling of the old folks Avengers with Nick Fury getting together. It's Burns.
Grandpa's the Rambler.
Mole
Man is Iron Lung.
Yeah, that's very funny.
And there's a woman who's Hot Flash.
And then one of them's Hawkman.
Oh, it's bearded old guy.
Yeah, there you go.
What's his name?
What is his name? The one that talks like that.
Yep. Has been featured a lot less since Golden
as we've
Era.
gone on. Yeah. Definitely has a fucking name.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name. Anyway, so we get like a movie trailer of the old folks Avengers, and that's fun.
That was fun.
Yeah. I like that episode. I like the Burns stuff. I even like the Bart stuff.
Yep,
you know?
Not a ton of laughs, but plenty. It was a fun episode.
Yeah, a lot of good Burns. It's like trying to fight a silk scarf. The animation on him slinking around Willie is very good.
That was good.
And that Mo shit is super fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It's a good one.
We're now up to episode 17, What Animated Women Want. You get a weird ass Breaking Bad intro.
Yeah, I mean, I was into it.
Yeah,
but it is a weird one.
Yeah,
like you get the Smokey with the periodic tables, and it's The Simpsons instead of Breaking Bad,
and it's Marge making cupcakes with
blue
crystal
cupcakes,
because his meth was blue.
Yeah,
and then it even cuts to him and Jesse Pinkman hanging out in their hazmat suits watching TV.
Yeah, because that's a scene from the show when they're. Because at that point in the show, they're cooking, posing as bug bomb fumigators or something.
What it is, yeah.
And there's a scene there where they're watching someone's TV, you know, while they're waiting for the meth to cook or whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
And it pans back and they're watching The Simpsons. Like, that was fun. I thought that was cool. It reminded me of like, we have caught up to modern times.
Yeah,
you know, modern
I think we'd be
television.
getting close to the end of that show.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that story arc where they're doing that is like, see, that's in the middle of the show. That's season 3 or 4 because they haven't met what's his name yet. Giancarlo Esposito or whatever that guy's name is.
With the chicken front. Yeah.
The Chicken Brothers. Gus, that's that character's name. They haven't met Gus yet. Breaking Bad's a hell of a show.
Yeah.
I should watch that again.
I envy people that have never seen it. Oh, you get to start from scratch and just watch it build.
It took me legit 4 times starting that show to get into it.
No shit.
I remember, and to this day, I think season 1's fucking boring.
Is it? I haven't seen it since it was new. Yeah.
Because by the time I got into it, the last season was on TV, and I was trying to catch up so I could watch the last season live.
Yeah.
And I remember just being like, I would watch like most of the first season and quit. Like, I can't watch this. This is fucking boring. But eventually it got there. I liked it. The further we get away from Skylar and the rest of the family, the better for me.
Oh, no shit.
I like that show way better as it went.
Yeah. It is weird when you get deep into it. How jarring it is when the family. Oh yeah, he has a wife and kid.
Right,
you forget about it. You know,
it's way better. I didn't like any of that shit in the beginning.
Well, you have a problem with handicapped people, so the son, I'm sure, rubbed it wrong.
Yes, that's definitely, you nailed it. Yeah, so. I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, you're supposed to eat and watch this. It's ridiculous. And speaking of eating, Homer, episode starts with Homer taking Marge out on a little sushi lunch date.
Nice work. Look at you.
Yeah, I was going to say nice work for Homer. It's a nice little thing to do for your special lady.
Yeah, a little sushi lunch.
Yeah, and it would have been a very nice date, except fucking Homer is just busy trying to fucking eat his body weight in raw fish. He's not paying attention to Marge at all. Marge finally gets fed up, and she just walks away.
I mean, sushi's real good.
Yeah.
It's real easy to get distracted.
And I mean, you got an hour. It ain't like dinner where you can just dick around. But you can't fucking gorge yourself the whole time. Take a breath, Homer. So he's trying to win Marge back. She's not having it. She ends up getting a taxi, goes home. We haven't had a Marge and Homer's marriage on the rocks episode in a while.
I thought the same thing. They were fucking hot and heavy in the early days. Like,
right? This is like almost too much.
We'd get
early
2
on.
A batch.
Yeah. That's not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
And then the B story, we get Lisa. Her lunch got mixed up with Bart's, so there's nothing she wants in it, and he fucking threw hers away.
What a dick.
Yeah. So he's like, well, I got this, and I got some 2 carrot sticks. It's like, and Milhouse is like, well, I got this and this and this, and I have a cupcake. Of course, she wants the cupcake, and Milhouse has always been such a pushover. She assumes she's going to get it. And I think we get a flashback to them watching Streetcar Named Desire in class.
Yep.
And that spurs Milhouse. He even has like a mental dialogue. It's like, let's go for broke on this one. And he's like rude to her. Like, I'm not going to give you my cupcake. You're out of your mind, like in his Stanley Kowalski voice from
like he's being Brando.
Yeah.
In this episode,
yeah.
I'd have never seen that movie or the play or anything like that. Is it good?
Good, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No idea.
And of course, because Lisa likes shitheads, she's smitten now. It's like, God damn it, Lisa.
I love that she's confused, though.
Yeah.
Because he's like, yeah, go get me a milk.
Yeah.
And
Like,
they show her getting the milk out of the cooler going, what am I doing?
Yeah.
It's so good. It's like, but she can't stop herself.
Yeah. And she leaves in a huff and then comes back, chocolate or regular.
Yeah.
And I think Milhouse this whole time has like this moral conundrum with it too, but he's also liking the results it gets.
Yeah,
like,
he just doesn't like what he's having to do.
Yeah, so he's for the first time he's finally kind of getting a little bit of positive attention from Lisa. Which this is a case where I'm enjoying. I don't even know if this is the B story, but if it is, I enjoyed this story a lot more.
I think it's the B, and I love it. I love the Milhouse story here.
So Homer shows back up midday to grovel, like literally on his knees, but Marge has finally had enough because it's endless empty promises. Because he does this a lot. He shows up with flowers, makes all these promises of change, and no change has ever happened. So strike 2 for Homer. Milhouse is again conflicted with his actions, so he goes to talk to his therapist, voiced by Wanda Sykes. She basically he eventually she finds out she's fired over telephone. She starts ignoring Mel. I gotta clear my desk, and he's like, I'll show you how to clear a desk. Just such a weird thing. And she's like, okay, you just do that, because your regular personality is a dud. Yeah. What is it? Is it Fluffy Bunny?
Fluffy fella.
Oh my God. There's a therapy bunny that he wants that, but she said, no, Fluffy fella's in the closet, and that's where Fluffy fella stays.
Yeah, but she's like, because he's talking about, should I keep doing this? And she goes, well, think about it this way. This is the first time you've ever talked to me without the bunny in your lap. Yeah. And he real panicked goes, where is the bunny?
Yeah. That was good.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I love Milhouse so
and then
much.
When he finds out that it's in the closet, his one eyeball just starts veering towards the closet. And she's like, I'm right here, Milhouse. We get Homer in the basement. He found a chore list. He's doing all the chores on it. He's planing a door down because it had some kind of made a noise. Yeah. And he's like, oh, this door. And he opens the door in the basement. Grandpa's there.
That was fun. Yeah. That was a fun joke.
We have gotten a lot of Abe in this batch.
A ton. I mean, that whole first episode is all about Abe, you know. But even just little bits like this, he keeps showing up quite a bit.
We've had more Abe this season and last than we have 7-8 seasons at a run, you know? So Homer's fixing this door, and he thinks he's really doing well, but Marge is like, this list is from 6 years ago. These are promises you made half a decade ago. So she's like, which I'm assuming a lot of this shit's already been dealt with by Marge, you know? So it's fucking strike 3. Homer, try as he might, is just shitting the bed left and right. And Marge is she's done with Homer. And so Homer doesn't know what to do, so he makes the most baffling decision. Where do you go when you got lady problems? To talk to fucking Mo? And Mo is reading 50 Shades of Grey, and he's like, from what I can tell from this book, women like guys that'll give him the business in the bedroom.
Give him the business in the bedroom is super funny.
And Homer's like, that's it. I'll woo her with woohoo. So he goes to some sex shop.
Oh my God. Not just some sex shop. The Elegant Scoundrel.
Is that, yeah?
And then underneath it is written, formerly Sammy's Sex Sewer.
I didn't notice that. And there's closed circuit camera. Who all walks by and gets on the camera? I know Edna does.
Edna, Lindsay Nagel, somebody else. There's a third one.
And then Homer with a big smile.
Yeah, they're all hiding their face from the camera as they enter, and then Homer just looks right into it hello.
Yeah. And
Sammy's Sex Sewer is so good. Holy shit.
Yeah, that is very good. Oh man, I don't mean to backtrack, but there's also, he tries to win her over by bringing her sushi. And she's excited. Oh, this is it. All he has to do is not eat before I do. And of course he can't fucking.
Yeah.
And he's like, sometimes in the Special Olympics, they just give you an award for part. It's like, don't. She's like, for the last time, stop comparing our relationship to the Special Olympics.
I love that this is a common
this has
problem.
Happened, yeah. Oh my God, I laughed at that line. So Homer's in the sex store and he goes up to the cashier. He's like, hey, I don't want to sound like a freak, but how would I please my wife? And God damn it, if Homer don't go for it, he basically turns their garage into a sex dungeon.
Yep.
It is some buck wild stuff. And it's like, have you met your wife?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
So she is, he introduced, hey, ta-da. And she's like, what is this? Like, and it was like, she's going to take a seat. Like, don't sit there. It doesn't have a bottom.
Yeah, a bottomless chair. Yeah. Okay.
So does Homer fall into the bottomless chair? That's how he screws his back up?
Yeah. He's literally folded in half.
Folded in, it looks like a folding table. And he's all jacked up. He wakes up in the emergency room. Hibbert gives him a placebo, which works until he explains what it is. And he's like, oh, no, it's a very powerful drug. And then it works. Yeah. And that's when Marge is kind of like, hey, like, I know, but you're trying. This isn't working, but I can't fault you. You're trying your best. And that's kind of classic Marge. Homer's adult, but he means well kind of thing. Like, and then I feel like the fucking Lisa Milhouse shit wasn't really settled.
Not really. Like Milhouse comes to her and they eat that cupcake together. Yeah. He kind of just breaks. He's like, I can't do this anymore. Here's my cupcake.
But then something happens where he goes back into character and it works.
Real briefly, and it works, and they eat that cupcake together.
And then he shows up at her window and throws cupcakes at it. But and he's like, those are the only two that made it to the window. The house is covered in cupcakes, which is a good visual gag.
I love that he's like a healthy 10-year-old boy who can't hit a second floor window with a cupcake.
Yeah. Literally takes 50 cupcakes to make 2 land.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And the episode kind of just ends with Marge and Homer just having a peaceful sex toy bonfire in the backyard. Like,
that's a pretty good band name.
Yeah. Sex toy. We've had a few gems this round.
Yeah.
So a fun episode. I love the Milhouse story.
Yeah, big fan of the Milhouse half of this. Yeah. I just love how confused Lisa is. Yeah. She was like you can see there's a lot of moments, especially early on, when she's getting that milk and she's just like, what am I doing? She's not in control. It's so funny to me.
Because she's a very pragmatic person normally.
Yeah. Holy shit. At the end there when Homer's laying in bed and Marge is forgiving him and he goes, so you want me to get rid of all the sex toys? She goes, no, there's one I think I'd like you to keep. And he goes, well, which one? She goes, I'm not telling. Yeah. Well, what size battery does it take? And she goes, D. And he goes, ooh, how many? 16.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
It's like one of those fucking automated lawnmowers.
You could run a car on 16 D cells. Holy shit. Which toy is that?
Yeah, no shit.
You may as well just start it like a motorcycle. Yeah. One last go round. Number 18 is pulpit friction. Get it?
A jump for that.
I like it. They really worked hard for it. I'm there for it.
I think that this isn't our first Pulp Fiction pun name.
Can't be. There's no way.
I think there was a plump friction.
Sure,
once.
I'd believe that. I'll believe anything you say.
I have that effect on people.
Yeah, you have very trusting eyes.
Maybe I should make a run as a leader of men in the church.
I thought you were going to say cult leader.
That's you're
That's
right.
where the money's at.
Then you don't got to go to seminary.
It's the same thing, am I right?
Yeah,
it's the same thing,
right.
Am I right?
Man, there's far too many fucking hoops to jump through to get truly rich as a pastor. You got to be a cult leader. Well, no, you get big enough to become a Joel Osteen.
I was about to say, you just go that route.
I don't know if I got nice enough teeth. You got a real
You
big,
for sure don't. You would need work.
I would need to get some Hollywood teeth. That's a small price to pay to
that's an investment.
Dupe a bunch of dipshits out of all their money.
Yeah, we'll get you in the shop, give you a full overhaul, fresh tires, new coat of paint.
Oh, the undercarriage needs some rust protected. Something severe.
Tell me about it. I can see it.
I thought the smell would be the more upsetting thing.
Lucky for you, the old folks can't smell it through the television.
Hey, that's a good point.
Oh, shit. We get like kind of a couch gag, but kind of part of the episode. They come skydiving out of a plane and they crash through the roof of their house and land on the couch. I'm like, okay, fun couch gag. Weird that we didn't get any intro. It's just the couch gag, I guess. But then it's the episode. Like the couch is broken and that's the episode starting.
Yeah.
I was like, have we ever had one where the couch gag bleeds into the episode?
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of interesting. Homer buys a new couch online because Marge comes in. Are there any 2 words more exciting than couch shopping?
Yeah.
I'm with Marge on this one.
Really?
I fucking love shopping for a couch.
That stuff is something I just want to get over quick.
Shopping for a mattress sucks. Shopping for a couch, that's fun. Yeah. I'm going to sit on every couch in this furniture store. Tee-hee. I'm going to kick my feet up. I'm not taking my shoes off.
It doesn't recline.
Yeah. Ooh,
cup holders.
Chase Lounge.
Hey. Oof. I am not healthy enough to sit on Chase Lounges. That seems like a lot of work to get out of.
You just lay there, just.
Oh no!
Do we need to pull a calf? What is that noise?
Every other day, I gotta call Labor Ready, have them send a guy over to tip the lounge over.
Please help.
Yeah.
So Homer already bought a new couch online. It'll be here any day now. Ordered it from New York and it's full of bed bugs.
Yeah.
They don't know that, but
bed bugs are sick.
You ever have bed bugs? I have not, but it seems horrible.
Had some kind of bug.
Well, of course you fucking did.
Yeah, I was getting little bites all over me. And my dad did. Took that mattress. I think I was moving back home from college, put the mattress outside and sprayed it with like DDT or Tempo or something.
Okay, sure.
Slept on that thing 24 hours later. That can't be good for you.
Might be a little soon.
You should boil that throw that mattress away is what should happen.
If you're gonna take the pesticide route, then wash it.
Just get it, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Is that why you are? How old were you?
22, 23.
Okay.
It's adding up now. Brain hasn't fully developed.
Right. Yeah.
There's parts of the brain that haven't fused yet.
Like if that were 8, if you were 8, you'd be different now for sure.
Probably. Yeah. Too many or not enough fingers.
Breathing like an English bulldog.
Yeah. I'd already do enough of that.
So the couch is there. It's full of bed bugs. They don't know that yet. We get a fun montage of all the bugs spreading throughout town because like Bart has a sleepover. Then all the kids take the bed bugs home with them and they spread it around. Everybody's got fucking bed bugs. And Springfield, of course, does not handle a crisis well.
I hope they sure do.
They are losing their fucking minds, these people. They end up at church. Everyone's packed into church. Lisa comes running in with a fun fact about how people got together in churches to stave off the bubonic plague, which just help it spread faster, which is real, and we just experienced fairly recently in history. You can't gather. What are you doing, you dum-dums?
Spread them bed bugs, baby.
It ain't real anyway.
The scamdemic, is that what you're referring to?
Oh yes. Yeah, you've seen my short film.
Yes, I have seen your YouTube. You're recorded in your SUV YouTube videos.
I'm gonna call it a short film.
Yeah.
So everyone's in church. Lovejoy tries to get everyone calmed down, but it doesn't work at all. And that's when the parson shows up. That Bing Crosby parson. He shows up on a golf cart.
Yeah,
of
loves
course.
golf.
Boy, I picked a hell of a day to bring you back your 6-iron, Tim. He rolls in with a new preacher. Hooper is his name. Elijah Hooper, played by Ed Norton.
Oh, no shit. I was curious as to who played the voice.
I was trying to pick it up the whole time and never could. And then I was like, looked up afterwards. I was like, I don't think this is Ed Norton's first appearance on this show. I think he's been here before.
And I almost think it was another kid. You're like, oh, that's who that was.
Right. It doesn't sound like him.
Fuck is Ed Norton up to?
Yeah, fuck, I don't know. Is he still in movies?
I don't know. He had like a decade-long run of being the face on movies. So like,
he's in The Illusionist.
Yeah. Wonder what happened there.
No clue.
Oh.
He's the Incredible Hulk.
Mm-hmm. Nominated for 3 Academy Awards in his life. That's by the time he was like 30, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that dude was doing work, and then I don't know if is he a diva or something happened or
I think from the stories I heard of him on Incredible Hulk, he's a little tough to work with.
Is he? Yeah, that would add up.
He apparently likes to do things the Ed Norton way and no other way, from what I understand.
Ed Norton, if you're listening and you want to speak your side of the story, get on this podcast.
We'll give you a platform.
We will,
Mr. Norton.
Air your grievances with Hollywood.
Hooper shows up and charms the entire congregation. They all love Hooper. Meanwhile, we've kind of passed on the bedbugs part of this. Everybody's getting their clothes back from the dry cleaning, and Marge has accidentally gotten Krusty's clown suit instead of her wedding dress.
Yep. Saving your wedding dress, is that just a TV thing?
No, I know people with their wedding dresses.
Really?
Still, yeah.
What's
I think
the
that's
reasoning,
a
I wonder?
thing. See, that to me kind of makes sense. That's your fucking wedding dress. Well, the wedding tradition I don't get is keeping the cake for a year.
That's another TV thing.
You want to eat fucking year-old cake?
Has to be a TV thing, right?
No, that's real.
Who are these Martians?
If you asked me, hey, do you want this piece of cake? It's been in the freezer for a year. No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I love wedding cake.
I love cake, period. Any kind of cake.
Oh, yeah. Like, all of this is proving is that the institution of marriage is ridiculous.
It's very silly.
Yeah.
Marge goes about, she's got to get her wedding dress back from Krusty. And it turns out Krusty threw it out. He's like, oh, yeah, we found it. We used it for a sketch, and then I threw it out the window during one of my post-show tantrums. So Marge kind of just defeated. She kind of just accepts it as well. It's gone, I guess. Meanwhile, the preacher is at Moe's listening to Homer talk for too long. I love that he has an altercation with Moe because Moe is a snake handler.
And this guy's some laid back form of Protestantism.
Yeah, he's like all of the times we see him preaching, he's just like the hip, cool, young pastor, like just making movie references and shit. But Hooper is going to make Homer his deacon, which is assistant. I don't know if that's even real. Yeah, it kind of just looks like a personal assistant. Yeah, like Homer's doing chores for him and stuff. I don't know.
That must be big Protestant church type things.
Beats me. So Homer's a fucking big time church man now and loves going to church and doesn't do bad stuff anymore. Bart tries to get him to come with him to moon the Google car as it comes by, and Homer's not into it.
Haven't seen one of them in a while.
Yeah, we used to see the Google car quite a bit.
I used to get a kick out of that. Hey, look at that.
They must have mapped it all.
Yeah, it's all done.
But Homer not into it. He's a church man now. Lisa tracks down Marge's wedding dress and then tells the story of how she did it. Just I hung out by the dumpster and I befriended the trash man and he told me where he took it and he, from A to B to C to D. And it ends up in the hands of this young couple who get married down at the courthouse in it. Yeah. And Marge is there and she's super, heartwarmed to see
that's a better life than I could have given it.
Exactly. Also, we don't know that Lisa would have ever gotten it because that's Marge's thing is I wanted you to wear it, and Lisa's like, yeah, but I don't know if I'll ever get there. So Marge is happy with that. A super slight B story that's wrapped up pretty quickly.
Yep.
So Bart is bummed that Homer's not fun anymore. We get, I forget precisely why Bart goes to Lovejoy to try to bring him back to try to be like, hey, you got to come back and get rid of Hooper. But Lovejoy has a new career selling hot tubs. And I love his outfit.
God. Yeah, the hair.
The hair is so good.
You don't want to skip on the jets.
Oh, my
Or
God.
the underwater speakers.
Yeah. And finally, he's trying to sell to Apu and Apu's wife.
Yeah.
Whose name I can't pull off
I
the
can
top
see
of my head.
you reaching for help, but I have no help to provide.
Nanjula?
Actually, that's pretty close, I think.
Oh, boy. And finally, they're like, fine, we'll take it. And Lovejoy goes, oh, perfect. Now, what's your decking situation? And Apu's just mad.
Yeah.
Just 'cause we're adding more expense to this thing. Bart is going to pull a prank on Hooper in order to get Lovejoy back in there, and Flanders turns him in just for like suggesting that he's going to pull some bullshit.
It's like or it's like, or I can do it, and you can just turn a blind eye.
Yeah,
like,
and it immediately smash cut to him taking Bart to jail.
Yeah. He's a child.
Yeah, and you're not his parent.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I want to report this boy for thinking about committing mischief and myself for hesitating for 30 seconds before bringing him in.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Ned, relax, my man. So then we get Bart and Milhouse. Milhouse, the partner in crime now. Flanders is not going to be partner in crime. Goes back to old trusty Milhouse. The idea being they're going to use the dead bed bugs to lure a plague of frogs from the lake into the town to prove that Hooper can't get rid of a plague of frogs.
Such an awesome idea.
Oh, my God. And so they're laying a trail of dead bed bugs.
Sick.
All the way back to the church.
Yeah.
All these frogs are following them.
Oh, I don't like frogs.
I don't like frogs either. Never was a frog, toad, or salamander boy.
Sick. They're too fast. They hop around. I don't like
them.
it.
They're just slimy.
Yeah. If you're gross, I want you to be slow moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's also what I look for on dates.
That's in your Bumble profile.
Yeah, be gross. I want you to be slow moving. I don't want to be startled by you.
If you insist on being disgusting, I hope you're slow. What? Why would you say that?
How come no one in this town likes me?
So the frogs show up. Hooper tries to save the day with his fucking newfangled movie reference sermons, and that doesn't get him anywhere.
Yeah.
And then there's a great scene where one of the frogs like tongue darts Lenny in the eye, and he's like, oh God, my contact. And then it tongue darts him in the other eye, and he goes, oh man, now I've got two in one eye. Not fun. I've been there. I've put two contacts in the same eye.
If I ever have.
It's not a party.
Yeah.
Don't like it. And that, of course, is when motherfucking Lovejoy comes rolling in a hot tub.
Yeah.
Rolls in an empty hot tub, pops out of it, and starts preaching that old-timey preaching, and immediately puts all the frogs to sleep.
Yeah.
So
Can
good.
bore amphibians into an early state of torpid.
Yep. Good use of torpid.
Thank you.
And then we see Willie just raking him into a bag, and he goes to turn to take him to the dumpster, and immediately there's Lunch Lady Doris just like, hey, where do you think you're going? So funny. And then we get a fun little scene of Bart and Homer mooning the Google car.
Yeah.
Like,
back to their old hijinks.
back, Homer's back. No longer a fancy pants church man.
Yeah.
Back to being dumb Homer.
How we like them.
Yeah, like him dumb.
Also on my Bumble profile.
I know, I've seen it. It's an alarming amount of shirtless photos.
Just me, shirtless, hands on my hips, phone at waist height looking up. This is not a good angle.
The worst angle, possibly.
Too many lumps casting shadows.
What am I even looking at here?
Oh, that's never what you want to hear. What part of your body is that?
This is trash bag full of erasers. What's? Yeah. I don't like that.
Someone needs to throw those pillows away. That's my body. What?
Boy, getting mistaken for old drool-stained pillows. Ugh, boy.
This person apparently let the cat in the bed with him. There's all this hair. That's me. Oh. My apologies. Have a good summer.
Oh, God. Weird lumpy mattress. They should set this beanbag chair on fire. That's all me.
I am that beanbag chair. No shit.
Well, goodbye. And that's going to do it. We did it. We got through another batch of The Simpsons. We are going to... I'm going to tell jokes all week down here in Minneapolis. The big city.
City of Minneapolis. Oh, there's too many syllables.
Too many syllables.
God damn it.
But I'm enjoying myself, telling jokes.
Hanging out in this luxurious hotel room.
Yep, really fucking with this hotel room.
Gonna go down to the pool, do some light splashing.
I'm not gonna go
put
down
your
to the
feet in,
pool
do a little
and splash.
kicking.
Hey.
You want to guarantee how you have a pool by yourself, be a grown man and do that? Open hand claps, surrounded by snacks. Motherfucker's got cinnamon rolls. He's got an oven in his hotel room.
Where do you get a cinnamon roll?
Like homemade. They smell great.
Someone delivers me a full pizza right to the pool.
Just happy. Oh, the whole thing slides off the box into the water. You're immediately bawling like a baby. Kicking your feet out of anger. Yeah.
These aren't fun splashes anymore.
Eating waterlogged delivery pizza.
Oh,
it tastes like chlorine. I like the pepperonis. Just narrating the whole thing to no one. Oh, crusts are yucky.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You want to do this again next week?
Fuck, why not?
All right, fuck it. We'll do it. Why not?
Fucking do it, I guess.
I can tell you were on the fence there
right?
for a
It's
second.
like, you know what? This is anything anymore, but God damn it.
No. Nothing is anything.
In an upside down world, people rely on us to provide some kind of more. We're like the fucking... I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. We're the leading the way. We're the light tower.
The lighthouse?
The lighthouse. There we go. In a confusing world.
I thought you were doing a real esoteric Law and Order intro in the criminal justice system. We're the people who need
the last line of defense against lighthouse attacks. We're the lighthouse police. We arrest boats.
Yeah.
Naughty boats.
Dun dun. You ever see that movie? You ever see The Lighthouse? That Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson movie?
I heard it's a fucking wild ride.
You haven't seen it?
No, sir.
It's good. I would recommend it. It is a weird one.
Good date movie?
No, I don't imagine it would be. No. Although it might be good to have other people around just to bounce shit off of afterwards. Because otherwise you watch it and then you just sit and you deal with it.
You horny too? No.
I'll tell you what's horny. That movie. Yeah. That is an extremely horny film.
No girls allowed.
And there are two men in that movie. Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
And the sexual energy.
It is cut it with a knife. It's good though. It's real good. Let's do 5 more episodes for next week. Let's do 29 to 22, which will wrap up season 24.
It must be 19 to 22?
Yeah, what did I say?
29 to 22.
Oh, yes.
I was like, oh, fuck, are they mixing things up on me?
Episode 29 is not an episode that exists in any season of The Simpsons. 19 to 22 of season 24 and episode 1 of season 25.
Ooh,
just the tip.
A little pinch.
Yeah, just a little
cutie pie.
Peek in here. Just what's going on in here? Oh,
Ika.
Oh, Ika.
Squish, squish.
I am gonna get some throat lozenges.
Yeah, you're struggling.
Dying over
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna have a GoFundMe for Marlon's throat.
Oh my God.
Comes to the big city, gives it a workout.
Oh shit.
Yelling jokes, yelling at people.
Is that it? Was I shouting last night?
Some hot
What
takes.
is happening?
Some hot takes.
I don't think I had that hot of takes.
What else is wrong with this city?
So yes, 19 to 22 of season 24. Episode 1 of season 25 is the homework for next week. You can find us on the internet at Barley Basket USA on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. BarleyBasketUSA@gmail.com is the email address. Tell your friends about this show. We'll be around all week if people are, well, no, by the time people listen to this, I'll be gone.
Yep.
Now that I think about
We'll
it.
be back in the fatherland.
Fargo.
Beautiful Fargo. It's welcoming, open bosom of a prairie. I mean, if you make it, I'll promise to throw your ashes out at your favorite Applebee's.
Thank you.
In the Fargo Metroplex.
I'll get you a list. There's a few of them.
I update it weekly.
I want you to split me up a little. Divvy me.
Some of it goes to Chili's.
I want to be divvied. I would way rather go to a Chili's than an Applebee's.
I haven't ate a meal at a Chili's in going on 20 years.
You're missing out.
And the experience I had was so traumatic at the time that it's always soured me on it. But you know what? It's been a fifth of a century.
Give him another chance.
Give him another try.
Give him another chance, Nathan.
I took 20 years off. It's time. Maybe they've corrected things.
Did you learn? Did you learn your lesson? Yes.
Screaming at some confused 19-year-old.
Who wasn't alive the last time you were at a Chili's?
I need to tell them that when I go there. Last time I was here, you weren't even a fucking thing, bro. I'm a woman, first off.
Last time I was at a Chili's, you were still jism. What? First off, don't say jism at this Chili's anymore.
Well, the jism people are back.
Oh, no, he's here. He's here.
Yeah,
Not something you want to hear when you enter
talking
a
about
restaurant. Okay, well, you enjoy the rest of your day, Nathan.
I'll try.
Yeah, it's hot outside.
This chair makes fun farting sounds. We haven't discussed that yet.
It does.
I'm really feeling myself in this chair.
You want to try to get that on mic?
Yeah. Should we?
Why not?
Let's
Fuck
see.
it.
For science.
Yeah, you hold that one over there. I might cut some of this out, some of the setup here. Go with the old bareback grip.
Success. It sounds like farts, so it's funny.
I hope that comes through. If not, I will have cut all this out.
I only went for it. I think I might hurt my tailbone on that one. Just like a real fart.
Oh,
highbrow.
Whew, this is where the class happens.
Yeah.
All right, everybody enjoy yourselves. We'll see you next week.
Have a good day, everyone.